Okay, we're moving on. Complementary is 90 degrees. Two angles are supplementary. Supplementary means they are 100. They add to 180 degrees. Adjacent means side by side. So let's see. Garen's desk is adjacent to Seth's desk. They are side by side. So you guys are all sitting by someone. Your desks are adjacent to each other. So let's write this down so we don't forget. Complementary is adding to 180. No, complementary is adding to 90. Y'all, it's Friday. And the struggle is real. Okay, adding to 90. The way I remember this, the difference between these, because supplementary adds to 180, is when you're doing the alphabet, C comes before S, and so 90 is before 180. That's kind of how I remember it in my head. We also have linear pair. A linear pair, you hopefully see line in that word. Linear pair is on a line, and so they are supplementary, and they are side by side. So they are supplementary and adjacent. So here we've got angles 1 and 2. Those are a linear pair. They add to 180, so they are supplementary. And linear pairs are always adjacent. So look at your desks. Again, if you think of the corner of your desk as an angle, these are adjacent. They are supplementary. Are they a linear pair then?
Oh.
Yes, they form a straight line, side by side, 180. So it's a linear pair. We can remember a linear pair because we know that straight angles, lines, are 180. Vertical angles are angles that are across from each other in an X, and they end up being congruent. They're made by two pairs of opposite rays, but if you take two lines and cross them, you get vertical angles. So here we have 3 and 6 are vertical angles, and so are 4 and 5. So these are vertical, and they are congruent. Could someone please remind me again, what does congruent mean? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. What's it mean, Nick?
Equal or same.
Yes, in measure. So equal or same in measure. In the figure, name a pair of complementary angles, a pair of supplementary angles, and a pair of adjacent angles. Please talk with the person next to you and tell them a pair for each of those. Go. Okay, how about Alyssa? Tell us a pair of complementary angles.
BDC and ABD?
Is it ED what?
No, BDC
BDC, there you go.
and ABD.
I think so. Do you guys agree? Angle BDC and ABD. Yep, those add to 90, and so they are complementary. Remember we talked about how we need to make sure we put that angle sign in front of it. It's like saying Mrs. Brandt. It's the, you say that, prefix? Yeah. Let's go to supplementary. Ethan, can you tell us a pair of supplementary angles that add to 180?
That adds to 180?
Right, supplementary means adding to 180, so which two angles add to 180? ABD and angle BDE. Put you on the spot, Ethan. You handled it. Nice work. And let's go to adjacent. Remember, adjacent just means side by side. They share the vertex and the side. They have to share the vertex, so remember that, not just the side. So I'll let someone raise their hand on this one. What is adjacent? Gannon?
CDB and BDB.
Good. CDB and BDE. You guys are doing a good job remembering that the vertex has to go in the middle when we name angles. So we're just going to have to think about it. Given that angle 1 is a complement of angle 2, and measure of angle 2 is 57, find measure of angle 1. Abby, what does it mean for them to be complements again? What do they add to?
90.
Thanks, Abby. They add to 90. And so we're going to figure out what angle 1 would be. So we're going to subtract away from the 90. So 90 minus the 57 would give us, what would that be? Measure of angle 1 is equal to 33 degrees. Make sure you put the entire statement. You don't just write 33. Next says, given that angle 3 is a supplement of angle 4, and angle 4 is 41 degrees, find the measure of angle 3. Sarah, what's it mean for them to be supplements again? Okay. So Lucas, what should I do to figure out angle 3?
180 minus 41.
Okay. So Jacob, what would I get? Okay. Measure of angle 3 is equal to 139 degrees. We write the whole thing. It's like writing a sentence for a word problem. So we want the complement of 50 degrees. Alden, what's the complement of 50 degrees?
40.
Okay. Great. Now I need the supplement of 50 degrees. Seth, what's the supplement of 50 degrees?
I have no idea.
Remember, supplement means they add to 180. So what plus 130? There you go. New vocab words. And so if we sum these together, what do we get, Keaton?
170.
So our sum is 170 degrees. Because I don't play basketball. The basketball pole forms a pair of supplementary angles with the ground. Find the measure of BCA and the measure of DCA. Okay, look at your two angles, BCA and DCA. Those two angles, please tell your partner what kind of angle pair is that. Be as specific as you can. As specific as you can. Katie, what do you think? Yes, so since they're a linear pair, they're going to be supplementary. So this is a linear pair, which tells us adjacent and supplementary. They are side by side, and they add to 180. So if we take these two angles and add them up, they should be equal to 180. Let's go ahead and combine like terms and solve. So 3 times 25 plus 8, that'd be 75 plus 8. (83 degrees). So the measure of angle BCA is equal to 83 degrees. Yeah, 97 degrees. Zach, tell us one linear pair, just one.
1 and 2.
Okay,
Oh, 1 and 2.
angle 1 and angle 2. There is another one. Layla, what is it?
2 and 3.
Angle 2 and, oh my gosh, angle 3. Let's go on to, are there any more? Linear pair says there has to be 2. So while you could take 3 angles and add to 180, that's not a pair anymore. So we're going to move on to vertical. Maddie, what's a pair of vertical angles you found? 4 and 5 are not vertical.